Hello, hi, my name is Zoe. I'm the tipsy psychic. This is like a date. Today we're going to talk about the compatibility between a Taurus Gemini Cusp and a Cancer. If you were born sometime between May 17th and May 23rd, then you were born on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. I myself am a Taurus, so I'm really excited to do this video, even more so than usual. And if you were born sometime in between June 21st and July 23rd, then you were born a Cancer. As a couple, you take your dreams and your emotions to an extreme level. You want to see how far you can take them. If you can't appreciate your Cancer and cherish them, then this is not going to work. The adventures that you go on together will be very different. You might find yourself in situations together that you probably would never be in otherwise. You experience things that are out of the ordinary when you're with them. You're constantly looking for more ways to expand out of your comfort zone. Don't spend too much time obsessing about things. Have a little faith, okay? Make sure everything is working. You want it to be worth your time, right? Together, you both tackle new challenges and you easily trust your instincts and you keep it together. This reflects on your relationship. There is a very strong potential for this to work out, even if it seems unlikely. Dating a Cancer would be very helpful when you're going through a rough patch. They're good at helping you find a balance when you're going through a dark time. You're going to share many epic experiences together. You'll be able to discuss your fantasies and your dreams with them. Try to manage your temper, keep it in check. You both share a passion for the olden days, and you like learning about the past and history. You're very good at keeping track of things, but your tendency to hold on to things is actually going to cripple you at times. In this relationship, it can turn into an obsession, and it makes you dwell on things, and it's okay to let go sometimes. It's important to be able to look past all of those obsessions and don't be too hard on yourself. And don't be too hard on your Cancer. Whatever path you decide to take with your Cancer, trust your gut. Somehow your intuition is always right. You have a way of knowing what's going to work out and what's not for your relationship. You need to send love out to the universe when you need to cope with your life. Awaken your inner psychic and boost your spiritual intuition to have a better relationship with your Cancer. Align your chakras. Dating a Cancer would be very, very satisfying for you. Sometimes it'll be difficult to distinguish what your heart is telling you and what your mind is telling you. They're both very important in this relationship, and sometimes they blur together. You both are very passionate about what you believe in, and you can go on and on about it with each other, but your debates can get very intense. And you really need to look at what your heart is telling you and what you know to make sense of things. Try to go with the flow. You both have a very benevolent side. Volunteering together could be a great date idea. You both have big hearts and you care about people that have less than you and you're passionate about it. Stop being so afraid. It's holding you back from being happy with your Cancer. You always know if something's going to work together. You can somehow tell what's going to happen next. The things that your gut is telling you is probably going to happen. They're going to come true. But they may not happen in the way that you plan for them to happen. You need to get into creative expression, get into art, and focus on artistic endeavors to cope with your intense emotions. You need something artsy to get lost in. You'll probably get along with a Cancer that's born more towards the end of the month, closer to Leo than a Cancer born in the beginning, closer to Gemini. A Cancer born like closer to Leo, will probably be less clingy and unstable. You both have this grand idea of how you want things to be and romanticize your relationship. And when you're cheating together, like you're both in other relationships, or one of you is in another relationship and you're being unfaithful towards that other person, but you're together, you have this idea that may not be realistic. Even though your attraction is very lustful, don't get too carried away with your big plans and your dream. Try to be realistic. Don't expect too much from your Cancer. You both enjoy old memorabilia. A cool date idea might be to go thrift shopping or go to an old antique shop or an antique auction. You have an appreciation for things that have history, and you know that just like your relationship, everything has a history. This is the kind of couple that eventually can collect antiques or start a cool collection. It doesn't have to be perfect. Stop focusing on the little things and try to see the big picture more. This bond has a lot of darkness. Your love can lack restraint. It has a very taboo side that can lead to some dangerous behavior. Never keep all of your feelings or thoughts to yourselves. You'll only feel aggravated if you do. Cancer can be very moody, and when they're with you, they can have a lot more emotional highs and lows, and there'll be more lows than highs. So it can make it difficult to actually be a couple because of those mood swings. You need to find a balance for your emotions. You both are fascinated by history, and you can get very caught up in each other's story. You fascinate each other. If you want this relationship to work, then you need to focus on working on your OCD. You can get very anxious and paranoid in this relationship, which can make it very hard to commit to each other. Marriage with Cancer to be a smooth ride. Expect lots of ups and downs. Marriage between the two of you is a roller coaster ride. Know what your limit is. Understand how to recognize when enough is enough. You have difficulty getting to the bottom of your emotions and defining who you are. And while they're freaking out and feeling shitty, and you're just trying to figure out who you are and understand your identity, it's going to be really hard to have a relationship. It's going to be difficult to have that strong romantic connection that you need. Couples therapy may be very beneficial. Having someone else to help navigate things and balance things with you may be very necessary for the success of this relationship. For some reason, you both can become very obsessed with each other's well-being and health. It can be something that you get hung up on. There's a very therapeutic side to this relationship, but you can't stay in therapy forever. You're going to need to find a way to have a healthy relationship and marriage that can work, and marriage may not be the best option for you, especially with all the nerves and the paranoia. Cancers can have intense cravings. They can get very carried away with their wants, and you might have to put your foot down and set some boundaries. Work on understanding yourself. Do the inner work. You'll probably be the organizer in the relationship. You're gonna both need to work together to figure out a system for how you spend your money and how you cope with your feelings and how you avoid wasting time. Because you both have a tendency to get in your head about everything, and your expectations can be distorted. You need to know how to set limits. Never suppress how you both are feeling. It's good to be excited, but you do need to find harmony and patience when you're with each other. You both are always intrigued by strange things. Anything out of the ordinary is interesting to you. You make everyone in your life crazy with your anxiety and feeling afraid all the time. If you have kids together, you tend to take your crazy out on them. The good thing is you both usually have a handle on your thoughts and your desires. And you both are usually strong enough to handle the crazy, especially Cancer. Cancer will work so hard to keep it together that it might affect them in the bedroom. And Taurus Gemini Cusps don't like that. You won't like that. Because the one place that they need to let loose and not restrain themselves is in the bedroom. And that's the one place that Cancer will have it together. Another date idea might be to go to a casino together. This is a very lucky couple. You both have a natural draw towards gambling. You like rolling the dice and testing your luck. Just be careful that it doesn't become an addiction. This is the kind of couple that might go to a spiritual guru. You could see a psychic together. That might be another good date night idea. If you both are trying to live together and you're looking for a new place, you'll probably be the one to take charge of finding a place and getting it. Don't count on your Cancer for help. When things go wrong, this relationship doesn't actually have a plan B, especially when it comes to money. And most of the time, budgeting is not the forte of this couple. So expect money problems. Try not to overindulge in your fantasies. Everything works in moderation for your relationship, and your feelings can get very out of hand. You both will be very OCD in your relationship. When Cancer has a dream, they can become very obsessed with that dream. And indulging in all of these obsessions might actually feel really good and rewarding. It may not be great for your mental health though. In the bedroom, Taurus Gemini likes it rough. Oh yeah. And they have a lot of energy to take out on their Cancer. Cusp of energy, hello. But Cancer will not be as open as the Taurus Gemini needs them to be. They put up walls when it comes to being intimate. You both have psychic powers. And together you can get very caught up in paranormal activity. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were both ghost hunters. This couple has a tendency to get into the metaphysical realm. You wouldn't really move in with the Cancer. The Cancer is more likely to move in with you. You can be friends, but not if you're the same age. If one of you is much older or much younger than the other, then you usually have a much stronger bond as friends. If both of you are the same age, then you lack a certain perspective. And the experiences that you have will only drive you further apart and upset you. If you're both the same age and you both really want to be friends and make it work, then you have to learn to accept each other and agree to disagree on things. And that's the only way it will work most of the time. You both need to think highly enough of each other. You have a tendency to be very paranoid about your surroundings and the world around you, and you'll have this irresistible urge to obsess about things in your life. The smallest details will seem super important to the both of you. If you feel like you're not getting what you really need in the bedroom, you might feel that way now, but you often end up getting more needy when you're with your Cancer after a while. They have this caretaking personality and they have this way of taking care of you, and it outweighs the need for vigorous sex. As friends, you have to be useful to each other if you want to hang out. Your friendship has to serve a purpose, and you both have a role in it. You both enjoy betting on things for fun. This couple would love Vegas. You need your Cancer to help out around the house. You need them to do it with you. You need them to appreciate all the hard work that you put into organizing everything. You might need someone who's tempered enough to put up with your OCD-ness. And your Cancer is probably going to bring that anxiety out of you a little bit more. So, keep that in mind. But this definitely isn't a doomed relationship yet. It's got a lot of pitfalls, but so does every other combination. So hang in there. This can definitely be very strong and extremely intense and emotional and awesome. So keep that in mind. But hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you were born on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini, like me, then please comment below and let me know if you ever dated a Cancer. Also, Cancers out there, let me know what you think of this too. I'd love your input. Yeah, so comment, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to like this video and stay tuned for more. Okay, bye.